Booster Boycott sounds like a book where Jessica's life is ruined when everyone boycotts her cheerleading team. Gonna be honest, I would like to see that happen.
Argo Funk Book Review, Argo Funk Book Review.
Boosters is the name for the school's cheerleading squad. They're mostly comprised of Jessica's nasty friends. Jessica and her friends always wear purple, and they call themselves the Unicorn Club, for reasons that aren't explained. Maybe they all believe in unicorns? I don't know. Winston Egbert wants to become a cheerleader, but the girls refuse to let any boys join the squad. Ew, boys! They insult Winston until he goes away, and I'm pretty sure that's how they deal with everyone they dislike. Which is everyone who's not them. Winston talks to Todd and Elizabeth. They both encourage him to join the Boosters. Todd thinks it's a great way for him to meet new girls, even though all those girls are awful and Winston should stay away from them. Elizabeth says lots of other people would like to see boys on the squad, which inspires Winston to start a petition. This is tough for him because he's somewhat shy and geeky. Janet, the leader of the Unicorns, says he has to get 100 signatures before they'll let him audition. The next practice goes badly as the Boosters fight with each other. They're also bad when it comes to actual cheers. Like Lila's cheer is, "Go, Sweet Valley, please don't dally." That's pretty bad, Lila. Also, Jessica screws up their pyramid by demanding they put her on the top, not because she's the lightest girl, but because she wants to be the center of attention at all times. Typical Jessica. The Boosters blame Winston for their bad practice, even though he's not there. They decide to get revenge by sabotaging his petition. Fortunately for Winston, they're worse at bullying than they are at cheerleading. For example, Jessica tries to bribe a girl, saying, "I'll be your best friend," which means I won't hang out with you or talk to you, but I'll wave at you at the hallways sometimes, maybe. Is it any surprise that the girl sides with Winston instead of Jessica? Not all of the Boosters are mean, though. Grace Oliver is a nice girl who likes Winston enough to sign his petition. She thinks he's really brave. Winston smiles at her and thinks she's the prettiest girl in school. Aw, that's cute. Winston gets 108 signatures. Janet responds by going out for ice cream and ripping the petition to shreds while the Boosters laugh at Winston. The laugh is on them because Winston gave a copy of the petition to the faculty advisor. Yes, the cheerleaders have a faculty advisor. She doesn't attend any of their practices or help them with their problems, though. She's not a good faculty advisor, but she does force the Boosters to let Winston audition. In the subplot, Elizabeth gets mad on Winston's behalf. Todd is jealous that she's worried about another guy. So Elizabeth and her friend Amy decide to teach Todd a lesson. Amy pretends she needs help with science, and she spends all of her time cozying up to Todd. Elizabeth yells at Todd for getting close to another woman. They all laugh it off and decide never to be jealous of each other again. Please note, this is a lie. Elizabeth and Todd have at least 10 more love triangles in their future. They will be jealous of other people all the time. Their relationship is built on betrayal, suspicion, and milking the drama cow. Dozens of students watch Winston's audition. Winston should call himself Winston because he dominates the auditions. He cheers, he dances, he does difficult gymnastics, and he puts Grace on his shoulders so she can jump off and do a mid-air somersault. It's pretty awesome, and Winston makes the team. But then pranks start. The Boosters cover his locker with pink wrapping paper, they put peanut butter in his sneakers, superglue his seat, and hide a doll in his bag. Again, why does he want to be on the same team with these girls? They're awful. Winston takes it all in stride, though, and he helps the girls with their cheerleading routines. Now they are slightly less awful than they were before. Hooray! Also, a bully humiliates Winston in the cafeteria and gives him a black eye. I'd say that's even worse than what the girls do, but the book glosses over it. Grace draws a cartoon of Winston as a cheerleader. Winston is so upset, he quits the squad. That seems a little extreme, considering all the other abuse he's taken, but he confesses to Elizabeth that the entire thing was an excuse for him to get close to Grace. This crosses a line from cute to creepy, considering that he spent months taking gymnastics lessons for this. But it gets cute again when Grace apologizes to Winston. They both stare at the floor, blushing at each other, just too scared to admit they really like each other. It's just so cute. They're a really cute couple. The Boosters are an absolute failure at life in general, but an absolute failure at the big cheerleading competition. They drop their batons, trip on their shoelaces, and they forget how you spell victory. Plus, all the other cheerleading teams have male members. The girls swallow their pride and they beg Winston to rejoin the squad. And by that, I mean Janet asks Lila, who asks Jessica, who asks Grace, who asks Winston to rejoin. Yeah, Grace is the only one nice enough to compliment Winston to his face. He rejoins the squad and they do so well in round 2 they get 2nd place. They go from last place to 2nd place with one routine? I don't understand the judging in this competition. The end. Post-book follow-up. If you ask me, Grace and Winston should have ditched the other girls at the competition. Let them fail in front of everyone. It's honestly what they deserve. Also, where was the faculty advisor during the meet? Didn't she notice the squad was missing a member? I presume she noticed Winston's black eye because we're told secondhand the bully who punched Winston got a week of detention. None of the girls got punished for torturing Winston, just the one guy. I like this book, probably because Winston is a lot like me when I was in 6th grade. Shy, reads a lot, goofs off to hide the fact that he's nervous around girls. Yeah, that was me. Having him as the main character and Jessica as the main antagonist worked well. It would have been a disaster if the roles were flipped. Jessica is not the hero of the story, because Jessica is a horrible person who tortures Winston for being different. I'm taking a point off for the subplot, which was rather weak. Make Todd jealous is an okay storyline, I guess. But as I mentioned earlier, it does not fit in with the main Sweet Valley series. Todd is jealous of other guys all the time. We can't pretend he learned not to be jealous in 6th grade. Continuity! Same goes for Elizabeth. Believe it or not, she gets jealous when she sees Todd with Amy in the library. Elizabeth knows that Amy is fake flirting with him, but she feels real jealousy. Elizabeth is so fickle when it comes to love drama. Overall, this was a good book, where an underdog breaks gender stereotypes, succeeds against terrible odds, and gets to date his crush. Grace and Winston were a legitimately cute couple together, and it basically made this book. I give Sweet Valley Twins number 52, Booster Boycott, a 9 out of 10.